Day 66. Okay, so we start with some 3 keys because we had the clock tower last time. Let's do a couple things right off the bat. Let's draft our outside room. And then let's go down, because we have no guarantee of getting to the sanctum. I guess we could do it later. There's not a huge reason to do it now, I suppose. We'll do the shelter, I guess. I haven't seen a tomb in ages. So... Black Crow. We can set up a house experiment right off the bat. Password accepted. Remote terminal access. View active terminals. Laboratory. I feel like laboratory is always the most helpful one. Security is probably very close second. Letter will be delivered to the mailroom. Yep. We'll do the drawing room floor plan. Yes. Because that does not just mean the drawing room. That means classroom. That means yeah, drawing room, study, library, chamber of mirrors, pool, drafting studio, and classroom. All of those count. And we'll deliver a letter to the mailroom, which is huge. Huge. Okay. Let's just go in and start drafting. Likelihood of us getting to the foundation is pretty high, so... Okay. Dining room, billiard room, bedroom. Do I have keys already, but we'll do billiard room. I do want to check the bedroom for something at some point. Random ass key, which is the bedroom is one of the rooms that's shown in the aquarium things. It did not seem to have a clear like marking anywhere, but I still want to think about it. So we have 20 minus 6 is 14, times 2 is 28, divided by 7 is 4. I was like, 28 doesn't divide by 7, and I was like, yeah, it actually like really does. Okay, 1, 2, 3, that's 6 squared is 36, minus 20 is 16, times 2 is 32, divided by 2 is 16 again. Atlas, thank you for the follow. Yeah. 12 plus 18 is 30. Minus 20 is 10. Times 1 is 10 as well. Squared is 100. Divided by 20 is 5. Yeah. Secret garden key. We love a secret garden. Okay, let's go up. Den, hallway, or secret passage. We'll do den here, just for the doors being more what I want. I am so happy about that stupid clock puzzle. That was very satisfying to get right. Pantry, storeroom, courtyard. We'll do courtyard. Shovel. always take a shovel. Coin. A turnip. This is... See, this is where it said barren ground, or whatever. So I'm like, why is there now a turnip? Maybe it has to do with the likelihood of just flowers blooming? I don't know. It's an interesting question. Okay. Bedroom. Guest bedroom gives us 10 steps and it's a nice little dead end. So let's do that. No. See, now I'm like thinking about all these things. Like, is this something? If I know what it is, if I have a secret button or something. No item in here. That's rude. There's usually an item in here. But yeah, I'm definitely like looking at some of these rooms. I don't think it means anything, but that looks like the damn puzzles down in the sanctum. Okay, let's just go up from here. West Wing Hall is pretty good here. Pretty good. I think we have 2 West Wing Halls in the drafting pool. Okay, let's go this way. Spare green room is pretty good. Goes across here and has nothing, but sometimes it has something. Chapel. Dovecote goes up. I can also rotate the chapel. Like, if we rotate, that would get me this configuration. Which is pretty good. Sheltered from the chapel. I forgot about the shelter. Okay, we'll go down. Corridor is nice. It goes straight through. Observatory goes back out to the right, which is honestly fine. Let's do the observatory. It doesn't matter if I block off a little bit of the entrance hall and the den, because we have so many doors right now. Okay, so this is Draxus the Dread. This is Apples Are More Delicious Today. This is 4 doors. This is 2 chests. That is 5 diamonds. That is a key. 4 doors plus dead ends is kind of cute, not gonna lie. But we'll wait. We'll not do that. Okay. Cloister of Rinna here is pretty good. Especially since I already have a shovel. Well, hello, turnip. Double turnip. Okay. Turnip for what? And a coin. Cool. So we want to draft green rooms off of here. So let's go down. No green room there. Nursery's a dead end. Breakfast nook gets us a key plus bacon and eggs, which can be nice because we can get a morning room off of the cloister. Dice are good. Okay. Let's do this one. Oh, library is a drafting room. 100 Bell's tea room. We know about a little bit about that. Mount Holly Schoolhouse closed in '66. There's a note about that in the schoolhouse. Angel Tower. Maybe it does have to be the drawing room. But I don't have to actually, like, make it. Morning room does what I need it to do here. I feel a little bit luckier. Salt shaker. Okay. Let's go up from here. We still have Chapel, West Wing, and this. I'm going to try to draft one more green room from here. No. Passageway, corridor, storeroom. I guess we'll do passageway. Pantry, storeroom, parlor. Since it's a dead end, we'll just do the storeroom. Oh, nice. Dig spot, too. Nothing of interest. Okay. What are you doing here? What are you doing here, Swimbird? Okay. I don't want to do lose half my steps yet. We'll do Great Hall here. We have a fair number of keys. I do want to go straight through first. Go parlor. Coin purse. Okay. The white box has exactly one true statement. The black box has no true statement. So if this is true, then the white box is half true, half false. Black box is fully false. That would pan out like... That would logically make sense. Gems are not in the black box. The above statement is true. Okay, so this can't be true and this be true. The blue box has exactly one true statement. The gems are in the blue box. Okay. So this is either entirely true or entirely false. The top, since the white box is either entirely true or entirely false, this has to be entirely true or entirely false. Wait, no, this one could be half and half. Okay. This has to be entirely true or entirely false. Which means the top half of the blue statement is false. If this is half true, half false, right? Then this is entirely false, then this is entirely true. Meaning the gems are not in the black box and the gems are not in the blue box, which means they are here. But the blue box has exactly one true statement is true, which means this would be true and false, and this would be true and false, which can't work. If this is entirely false and this is entirely true, then this could be one true, one false. Top one could be false, bottom one could be true. Let's say it's this. Yeah. Oof, they are getting trickier. There's a drawing room. Experiment success. Do I want to leave this and do like the patio? But I still have the Great Hall that can go that way. Letter delivered to the mailroom. I like that. An old shoe. All right. I don't want to keep going up that way, I think. I want to go... I want more keys before I do anything else, but... Hang on. Yeah, okay, I can't do the secret garden key in one of these. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I don't want to spend all my keys on this, so let's go back through the chapel. Yeah. Go up this way. Ew. Do archives. I don't want to lose 40 steps. That's just unacceptable. Okay, that opened one door to the Great Hall, which is great. So now we know we don't have... It's one less key we potentially have to use. Oh, I can be sheltered from it. Of course, of course, of course. So actually I should be doing the weight room soon. All right, let's just do drawing room. I got 2 hits out of the experiments. That's plenty good. All right, let's go this way. Secret garden key. We love the secret garden. I really want to figure out what these things are for. Go ahead and pull this. I know I can do the other side too, but that's effort. Okay, we'll go up from here. Kitchen is not bad here. Should I sell 5 steps for every green room in your house? That could be really good later, because we're going to have more green rooms. We always do. Security goes... So the patio. Commissary might be better here. It's a weird frickin' dead end, but you know what? I want my stuff. Magnifying glass. Sledgehammer. Sleeping mask. Running shoes. Give it all to me. Okay. Lovely. Alright, let's go back. Let's buy the club sandwich now. Just because we can. Fruit is now spread throughout the house as well, so that's good. Yeah, I actually really do want the weight room if I can get it now. Now that I think about it, I have one more. Yeah, I have one more red room. It's only a hallway, but whatever. That's a handle. Broken lever. But we're sheltered, and we get another one of these. So we can have all the doors to the antechamber open. This one's interesting because it's not written in the normal all bold type, but it's also not written in that weird cursive. Or not cursive, but the handwriting. Okay, gymnasium, we will actually lose steps, but I think that's fine. This connects to the foundation. So that's good. And will get us kind of this way. Oof, I need more keys. Vestibule. Music room will give me keys. It's a dead end, but it will give me keys. Vestibule will get me options to go through some of the doors. Why don't we do that? So, try going across. This is unlocked. Dark room. Music room goes up and will get me 2 keys. I don't need the patio door if I have this. That's fine. Prism key. I don't know what this is about. Denoted in verse. Like, this all looks relatively normal to me. Bunk room, dining room is pretty good here. Bunk room can have multiple keys, but dining room is more likely to give us the doors we want. It's a gem. I can't use the prism key here. I don't have enough stuff for the mechanarium to be worth it, because we only have... Yeah, we don't have any other stuff. That would end up being a dead end. Pantry. I don't use all my gems up here. That's... feels bad. Okay. Let's go... back to the foundation. See if we can dig up some keys. Nope, just turnips. Just steps for fucking years. Okay. Alright, what do we got up here? Can't use the prism key here. It's our last key. Security gets us some doors. That is a keycard door. we'll set security level to low, I guess, because we don't have a key card. Offline mode to unlocked, confirm. But not getting a lot of options here, which is rough. Okay, boiler room, dark room. Boiler room gives me some potential things to do. Looking for dig spots. There's nothing. Please tell me you're not locked. You are not locked. Dark room goes straight up. Dinner is served. We do have the antechamber, so I actually could draft out of the antechamber instead of the dark room. So can't do that. I don't have any keys. I guess we'll try this. I can use the prison key and draft another red room. Okay, what is the red room that takes gems, huh? One of these is a furnace, one of these is a laboratory. What are you? You're the aquarium. Nice. Of course it's the aquarium. Actually a really good option there. You're locked. I don't have special keys. Okay. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, we've got power, but so my only option for ways to draft is now through the dining room. I still have the foundation. I can still go downstairs, do all that stuff. So I'm not worried. I just... like, we'll still get something done today. It'll just be not as much as I'd hoped. 30 steps. This is locked. Okay, so we have no keys. Our only thing to do now is to go do this. Hang on, there's 2 trunks in the entrance hall. And I do have a sledgehammer. That might have keys. Yeah, we actually might have keys. Observatory goes to the cloister. This is actually a little loop here. I need to go through the spirit green room and stuff, but we'll actually do this because there should be gems. Yeah, spread around. And we've got the fruit. We got the steps. Like, we're fine. Got fruit. We got gems spread around. Yeah. We should have drafted a pool. Spread keys throughout the house. Okay. So we've got to go back through the spare green room. Thank you. Oh, there should be another... oh no, I did this later, so no, there won't be a key in there. There will be a fruit and a gem here, though. God, we got so much. Okay, through the den. Okay. Billiard room. Entrance hall. Yeah, we got these. So these might have keys. Coins, just what I don't need. Just gems. Not helpful. Alright, well, let's... Our run didn't do much. But we can still try to solve one of these puzzles down here. Because we got a lot of information last time about Iraja. I think we have that door open. So, let's try it. Still need a frickin' tomb. I haven't seen the tomb to draft in ages. Okay. So, we've done these two rooms. We have these two. Which one are you? You're Arch Ares. You are Iraja. So, I suspect that Iraja will be the... Oh. This one. The one that means spiritual, essentially. Oh no, sorry, this is poetic. Poetic. Yeah, this is poetic. Okay, so it's that one. Then this one, which is the weather, is going to be rainy, which is the 3 lines, I think. That one. And then this one, which is the rays, we don't actually know for sure. I suspect it will be maybe camels or horseback. This would be horseback. And then we know that it's purple. This one. Turtle? Maybe it's naval. This is the one part I don't know. The transportation. We're just going to try the different combos here. I think we tried this one already. There it is. So that is trains. Rail system. There's purple for Iraja. Alright, we've got a box there. We've got this here. Interesting, a little tiny house. We have a magnifying glass so we can see this. Nice. Okay. I was a little disappointed that there has not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every erogenous story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. Loregi Yena Lune, Herbert. Oh my goodness, Ludo, hello, gorgeous. Thank you for the raid. How are you? How's your stream? Okay, I need some of this. Ludo, welcome in, raiders. How are you doing? How are you doing? How was your stream? I'm looking at some of these things. I need a lot more. Does the prince have blue balls? Oh my god. I have blue balls from like trying to work on so much of these puzzles, but no, the prince is doing pretty good. Well, house is interesting though. I kind of want to take a picture of all of these. Because I'll need to figure out the order he went to each of these. Alright, we have a puzzle box over here. When violet tiles were introduced, they created a simple reflection of the variation. When violet tiles were pressed, they moved south. Okay. Hi, T. How are you? When violet tiles were pressed, they moved south. So yellow, so is it green flips. Red changes things to red. Black moves things across. Stream is good. You started off with a that would work fine in a solution for dead space, but no space for your dead ass computer. Oh, well, I hope you had. We had a good time. If you need to go de-stream, rest, like eat food, please do it. Raiders, we're playing Blueprints, and it is puzzles galore today. That moves those. Green swaps whatever it's opposite from. Red changes everything to black, everything black to red. Okay. How do we get the purples elsewhere? How do we get the yellows down? Is my question. What do the yellows do again? Seemingly nothing. The red just changes black to red. Black moves everything across. Purple drops down. Streaming just doesn't work like when you did Jedi Survivor? Ah, yeah. When you press purple, they go south. Yellow isn't doing anything. Why doesn't yellow do anything? What does yellow do again? Yellow has to do something. Green flips. What's opposite it? When violet tiles are pressed, they move south. But what do the yellow tiles do? That moves the red tile up. Now these are stuck. Wish you could stream and play. You could stream and play South of Midnight, but no, Dead Space is just too much. That's frustrating. Black shifts everything over. Yellow doesn't seem to do anything. Green doesn't do anything there. This just flips those two. We know that. The red tile doesn't do anything productive, I think. Just takes away movement options. How does Edgar? Moose is asleep. Edgar is fussing around because it's hot. Heat wave, yeah. What do the yellow tiles do? How do I get rid of the yellow tiles? Or how do I move them? There doesn't seem to be any way to move them. If I could get the green down here, I could swap them. Let me look at the other rooms. Yeah, it has been hot. So this is the Arinda Ares one. When black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right. We know that. That's fine. When red tiles are pressed, all black tiles will turn red. AC is going, yeah. We have AC as well, but it only can do so much. The music is calming? Yeah. It's good puzzle music. It's good puzzle music. We don't know about this one yet. Maybe I need to do this one next, and then the next one like follows, you know what I mean? This is arch areas. What do we know about arch areas? I think we thought the moats would be industrial. think we thought this would be stormy. I think we thought this would be, maybe it's trains, but maybe it's not. And this one will be yellow, which is the sun rays, or the little, that one. So this is not correct. Sort of guessing here. No. This is horse, which feels weird with industrial, but that's rail. That's flight, but we know that's nuance. But maybe this one as well? Horsepower? Ah, fuck, I messed up. That's camel. Camel power. Camel power. That one's like turtle. I was like, that doesn't seem right. This one is naval. Try this one already. No. We just tried that one. Just tried that one. Tried this one first, I think. Huh. Okay, this one I must be getting something wrong. I must be getting something wrong. Another option, though, hang on, would be... That's Metropolitan. Oh, hang on, this is not... No, hang on. I have the wrong, one of these. It's this one for industrial. Oh, Automod. Alright. Have a good night. See you later. Yeah, it's this one for industrial. The other one was like metropolitan. Okay. Now let's try these. There it is. Okay, we solved 2 of these. Yep, stormy, industrial, etc. Okay. First city of steel. Yep, we arrived here after a few days of sailing, and made me realize how much more convenient it would be if, in the old days, when railway tracks extended all the way north. Archares is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Cinca. This time, however, I avoided the familiar towns and factories, and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area of which I am wholly unfamiliar. We arrived here after a few days of sailing. So wherever he was before this, he sailed here. Because this is the trains again. This is trains. No, hang on. Is 3 trains? Three's trains. So wherever he was right before this was sailing, I think. Alright. Archares was the very first realm to introduce a new color to the traditional monochromatic tiles of the box. Given the number of ship routes and trade relationships between the two realms, this is not surprising. Fittingly, the variation itself was based on the brass compass manufactured in Archares that were more often traded to sailors in exchange for valued. Oh, okay. When yellow tiles are pressed, they move north. So yellow tiles go north, purple tiles go south. Okay, so we can get one down there with the green. Okay, hang on. So we need to get this one over. That one down, flip them. Flip them. How do I get the green one back into the bottom again? Hang on. Flip them. Okay. So I need to somehow get the green one to the bottom and then shift it over. I mean, that'll get it to the bottom. That'll get that one to the bottom. Shift it. Get that over there. Get that there. Shift it. There we go. Yellow, 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 yellow. Okay, got that. Allowance token up. So, now does that tell us something about how to deal with this box? Because the unfortunate thing is, the yellow tiles start north. Purple tiles want to go down. Purple tiles want to go down, yellow tiles want to go north. Only option is to get the green up here like this. Get the green down there. Then swap, then swap a yellow, and do this, swap a purple up there, move it over, swap the green, swap a purple. Now we have two purples there. This purple one wants to go down. The yellow will want to go up. Purple wants to go down. We can do that. We can swap that. Okay, we can figure this out. Get the green up there. The yellow down there. Green up there. Get the purple up there. Swap those. Get that there. Now we can get the purple there. Purple there. Now we have a purple there and there. Purple, purple. Here we go. Ooh, that one was tricky. Alright, another 2 allowance. So we have solved 2 more sanctum rooms. All 4 of these sanctum rooms are now solved. That's awesome. Oh, it even has the symbols down there. Of course it does. Ovin Neva Ray. That's the same thing that was written in his book. Or in his note. Okay. That is cool. We solved 2 more of those. Yeah, so 4 of those are solved. We still have all these to do, which are Costa Rica, Morajai, Vera, Nuance. And we don't know much about these. I know that Kororika is snowy and is associated with the color orange, but that's about it. I know that Morajai, I know nothing about that. Vera, I know nothing about. Nuance, I know it has flight, and it's probably associated with the color green. But that's all we got there. Let me go look at the library really quick. I really need a mailroom visit. I feel like that's my big unknown at this point, is a mailroom visit. Well, either way, that was a pretty good that was a pretty accomplished like little bit there. We did solve two more Sanctum puzzles. We did not open any more. We found another key, but we did not open the door because I ran out of steps. But that's okay. Two more Sanctum puzzles is a big deal. And our allowance is now 42. So we are quite rich. Library should be like all the fucking way around. I actually think that like the drafting rooms that have 4 doors is almost as bad as the dead ends, to be honest. Through the nook into the library. I just want to look at my stamp collection because I've examined a few more stamps today. Yeah, we have 4 stamps now. So, oh, there's still one more I could look at. The one from Orinda Aries. Yeah, see, this is Nuance here. We know it's associated with green. We know it's got flight. Let me go, before we call it a day, let me go look at the stamp down in the Sanctum. This is why we have so many steps, so that we can do this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's from Nuance, which that's great. We got that. Oh, back again. Missing only one flame there. Yes, we didn't inspect the stamp for Orinda Aries yet. And I suspect there will be more stamps on the mailroom letters that we're getting. But we need to get the mailroom again. We don't have it, right? No. Shame. I don't think I have any antechamber access. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, I have like the dark room, huh? Well, we can go to room 46 just to look around. Here's Orinda Ares. Not a lot on the stamp is, like, very helpful. But that's fine, because that one, you know, we find the... That one we just, like, literally found the pattern somewhere. Whereas, Arch Ares and Araja, we had to piece together with information about the realm from books and clues. Wait, hang on. This way. We don't have a key card for getting up the elevator, so I gotta go the long way. So Araja didn't, I don't think, mentioned anything about an order of, you know, like how he got there. We need to do a big ol'... We drafted a strange number of dead ends today. Not like true dead ends, but just dead end doors. -2 basketballs. We never got a key card. Boiler room goes up here to dark room, which did connect us here. No, we do have this. Oh no. Yeah, we have the basement key. We don't have a key out of there. Okay. But room 46, our crown. So, as far as the, like, order of operations goes, of this, we know that I think Orinda Ares and Fen Ares are both here, essentially. But everything in between we don't know. We have pins now for Arch Ares, which is up top. And for Araja, which is down here. So we have pins for all these. Whatever Arch Ares, the one on top, he went to from a place with ships, it sounds like. So once we know who had good naval capabilities, which is probably like Nuance. Oh no, Nuance is flight, dirigibles. So maybe it's like one of these other ones. We'll know which one he went to right before that. We don't know anything about, I think, about the order in which he went to Araja, though. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but we're getting more info as we go. I want to know where this statue went. I want to go outside. Alright, I think that's going to be where we wrap up today's stream. Let's call it a day. We got 2 things done. 2 sanctum rooms. That's big. We did have some more mail delivered to the mailroom, so when we come back, to this. If we draft a mailroom, we'll in theory have a whole host of information there. But we'll call it a day. See what our thing was here. Garden Manor. It's always a garden something. 7 green rooms, huh?